Hello, this is how I do this baking in 3ds Max, but I'm using an older version. So yeah, some things might have been changed, but I guess the baking is still the same. So I will just import the object that I've already been creating them in Maya. There's no point to create another setup. So I'll use the same objects. I'll import them in my scene. Okay, so this is my two objects in here. You can see the one outside and the one inside. There is a big difference again in the poly count. And I'll just make a clean work. So this is a clean material, and this is my low poly object. As you can see, it's really low, and this one is the high poly, and you can see here how many polygons that they have. It has a lot. Okay, so let's do the same, but the max is a bit more different. It's not exactly the same, totally the same. Place this object on top of the other, exactly in the center. Okay. Right. And now, in order to do the bake, I need to press 0. So this will show me the window for render to texture. Render to texture is the name that it has in 3ds Max. So I have a lot of parameters in here, and as I said, in Max it's a bit more different. It's not exactly as it is in Maya. So first of all, I need to set some things. So I need to add first the textures that I want to bake, and these are normal map, which should be one here. Okay, and I need another one, is the color. Okay, diffuse map. Okay, first of all, I'll just change, low poly, I'll change the place and the name. So by default it will go here, but I don't want to get the textures there. I want them to be saved in the same place where I saved the Maya files to. So first is like low poly normal map, and I'll choose this one. Yes. It's TGA, doesn't matter if it can be PNG as well, but I'll choose TGA for this time. And I can choose 2432. It's up to you. This doesn't matter for this one specifically, because this is just an alpha channel. So probably I leave it 32, but yeah, you can use 24 as well. It's just fine. Okay. And then I'll choose the map size, which is 256, and this time I'll choose a smaller one. In Maya I choose 2048. Here I'll choose 1024, just for the sake of demonstration. Now I'll do the same with the diffuse map, which is the color map. So I choose location and the name, and again Maya course texture, and I'll use this. Okay, here low poly diffuse map. Yes, save, and it says replace. Yes, I'll replace this. I'll leave also 32, although yeah, you can choose 24 as well. Or maybe for this it's better to have yeah, I guess for this one it's better to have 32 because you have alpha, so you can use it as a mask. Okay, now I'll choose the size in here, and I'll choose again 1024. So this will be a quarter smaller than the Maya texture. So we'll see how the result will look. Then we will choose a channel in here. Sometimes it will give you like the automatic option, but we have already the UV on this object on low poly, so we'll use that. So I'll choose here mapping coordinates and use existing channel, and by default is 1, which is good because this is the channel we have. We've been using it also in Maya, the channel 1. And now I have to fix this thing, or actually first I'll go to options and I'll just check include working model, and then I will go to this setting, global super sampler, and then I'll choose setup, and then I'll choose enable global 2.5. I think it will be okay. Okay, and close down this window, use the cage. Okay, yeah, close down this one too. Okay, so now I have to create a cage. So I'll go to enable and I'll go to pick and I'll choose my high poly model in order to create a cage. And what will happen, you'll see that this blue wireframe will show up on top of our low poly object. So I'll add this. And now I have this cage, which is called projection. Okay, so this cage now should act like you can change this. You can, if something sticks out of the cage, then you can like change, drag this and adjust it as you please. But I would suggest to leave it usually as it is by default. There is no need to change it usually. There is also a there are some options in here. You can have it shaded so you can see through if you like this. Anyway, there are some options there, but usually there's no need usually to change those. Now there is an option here of padding. This is kind of important, but it is about the extra pixels that will be left around your mesh when the bake is done. But there's no, we won't talk about this now. I guess it's good. Diffuse, and yeah. So let's give it a try. Let's render this. Okay, it will give me this error. It says that there is no target slot, target map slot in the material, but that's alright. I'll continue. And then I'll render this. Okay, and now, in order to see that, to see what we have, I need to duplicate this in Maxis with the Control V. It'll give me this option, and I'll just copy. Okay, and then I'll just drag a copy of this in here. I don't need a projection on this one, so I'll just get rid of it. And now I'll apply a material, this material. Okay, I'll apply this material, and I'll just load the textures that I created to see what's the result. So for the diffuse, I'll choose a bitmap, normal bitmap. I'll choose the bitmap corresponding to it. And for the okay, and now I'm going up and I'll choose a bump. I'll change this to 100, and then in the bump slot I'll choose a normal bump, this one, and then in the normal slot I'll put my big map, finally my low poly normal TGA. Okay, and I'll go up two levels so I can see if if I can if I see the material on the scene. So there is an issue here. Okay, and why that is. So I'll scale down the object. Okay. And I'll place it more inside, so it's different now than how it was in Maya. And I will remove the projection. And place it inside like this. And I'll remove the projection, and then I'll choose again to project. I'll choose high poly. Okay, and now I have this gauge. Okay, which, as you can see, it goes around my high poly object, so everything is inside. This is important, to have everything inside of the cage. In Maya the algorithm is a bit different, but yeah. And now I'll do the render again. Okay, closing down this window, and I'll look for the results. And as I can see, there are some things that they stick out, and it looks like the mesh, it should be totally inside. Okay, like this. But anyway, you have to keep in mind that it's not like too small, so it's almost there. Okay, it's just like you don't have to stick out through the mesh to the high poly. Now let's remove this again, and let's pick again the high poly. Okay, now I have this gauge, and now I render again. Continue, overwrite, render. Okay, so now let's check. So now this is my object baked in 3ds Max with a lower texture resolution. So as you can see, you have like some rugged things there, rough edges. But even so, the quality is really nice. And I'll just duplicate this again, and then I'll apply a normal basic material. Okay, like this. And I'll close down this window, we don't need it anymore, and I'll create a light. Yeah, let's create a standard. Let's see what Omni will give us. Well, not much. I'll choose a 3 direct. Okay, and I'll change some parameters to it. Target, it should be closer, and the cone should be smaller, and this one also smaller. like this, even smaller than that, I think. But yeah, let's keep it like this. And let's change the direction, and yeah, as you can see, I mean, there are some differences because yeah, this time I used even a smaller texture. I used 1024, but it's still very good. As you can see, the colors are the same, and yeah, okay.